Hi again, I am Chris Colley, and thanks for joining me on my multiple myeloma journey. Today is treatment day 355 and immunotherapy day 344. It has been a long time since you last saw me. Back then, I used to have a lot of hair. I do not have a lot of hair anymore, but I'm still here, and my hair is growing out again. I wanted to give you a quick health update. I still am going to go through what my treatment's been like. I'm still going to talk about some other stuff, but I'm not going to do it yet. I just wanted you to know where I stand right now. May 8th, 2025 was the 1-year anniversary of the day I went into the hospital and that my life began to have the biggest challenge I've faced so far. Out of that hospital stay, I was diagnosed with stage 3 high-risk multiple myeloma kidney with AKI. My oncologist, Dr. Igid, put me on an extremely aggressive treatment called Daracibor-D. And as you know from my previous videos, that treatment worked very well and put me into remission in September. In my April follow-up, my doctor told me about a blood test that would be able to measure myeloma down to the cell to tell me how I'm doing in comparison to the bone marrow biopsy I had at diagnosis in the hospital and the bone marrow biopsy that I had that showed I was in remission. That test happened a few weeks ago. A blood test, no bone marrow biopsy, so no pain, just part of my normal blood draw that I get right before my cancer treatment. In my original bone marrow biopsy, I had 237,000 cells per million of myeloma in my system. It was less than 5% in the bone marrow biopsy that confirmed remission. It was a low number below 5%. I don't know exactly what it was because they use all these weird exponents that I don't understand because I'm not a math guy. I went to Emerson College. So I got the results from my doctor on May 7th, the day before the 1-year anniversary of going into the hospital. And my doctor told me I had 1 cell of myeloma in my system per million. 1 cell per million. That's effectively nothing. And that was considered extremely good news by him. It's called negative minimal residual disease. It's considered deep remission. Now, I don't know what my outcome is going to be related to this remission and whether I will one day relapse, but there is a chance that I may not. The best news out of this is that Dr. Igid took me off one part of the Daracibor-D regimen. Now I am only going to be on Dara-D. I was taken off cyclophosphamide, the chemotherapy drug, sometime last year, September, October. I can't remember exactly when. Bortezomib is the bore inside that, and boy, is it a bore. It's called Velcade as the actual drug. And that drug causes a lot of side effects that are very uncomfortable to deal with. I deal with them, they're manageable, but they are uncomfortable, no doubt about it. It's mostly neuropathy in the feet and hands, where a lot of times I'm getting brain signals that are not what is actually happening. And when I have the big treatment, the Daracibor-D, the full thing, except for the cyclophosphamide, I tend to get a few days of relief where I don't feel that pain at all. I'm able to walk up and down the stairs normally, but it's not often. But what Dr. Igid decided is that I will no longer be taking Velcade. He believes he is now over-treating my disease based on how little is inside me. That was a treatment I was taking every 2 weeks and was under the impression that I would be taking this treatment until it stopped being effective, as of even 4 months ago. while Dr. Igit is not seriously entertaining it right now, he says it's in the back of his mind that if in 3 months, when he does this test again, I'm still having similar results, that he may remove my treatment entirely. Again, my expectation was that I was going to be on this treatment until it loses effectiveness. And now there is at least some possibility that I may be able to get off treatment completely for some amount of time, maybe for a long time. That was incredibly great news, and all glory for this goes to Yahweh, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. I could not have done this without them. It is amazing what they have done in my life. I would not be here without them. And I certainly wouldn't be in as good a condition as I am. Thank you so much. Now, on the flip side of that coin, I am still on dialysis and there is no end in sight. My kidney function has not returned in any major way since this whole thing began. I'm coming up on a year since I began dialysis. It's generally not a good thing to be on dialysis with a diagnosis of stage 3 high-risk multiple myeloma kidney. But right now, multiple myeloma kidney appears to be the least of my problems. I'm really just hoping and praying to get off of dialysis. And if you want to pray for that for me too, I would sincerely appreciate it. Pray for me to get off dialysis successfully. Soon, if possible. I'm hoping that the treatment being reduced is going to potentially make my kidneys realize it's time to wake up. We'll see. I've been told not to lose hope. I'm still holding on to it. It does get harder every day. I really want to be off dialysis, but if it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. But I'm not accepting that yet. But other than that, I think that is all the really good news and really not so good news that I think I'd like to share. Thanks for joining me on my multiple myeloma journey. I'll see you again soon.